And we're back, guys. Welcome to Tennis in a Minute. I'm your host, Good Energy. I give you the rundown on tennis coverage every single day, and we're taking a look at Marta Kostyuk versus Coco Gauff. Now, these two ladies have played once. It came a couple years ago at the Adelaide International, where Coco won that match. It went three sets. Coco won the first set 6-3. Marta came back, won the second set 7-5, and Coco would win the third set 6-3. Now, Marta finds herself here after taking out Claire Liu in three sets, Elise Mertens in three sets, Elena Evanesian in three sets, and last time out, she took out Timofeva in straight sets. Now, the match with Timofeva, she played very well. I think Timofeva may have been a little bit tired. I mentioned that because she came through qualifiers. She's never played that many matches in her life. Coco Gauff finds herself here on a roll, guys. Remember, the magic number I said is 12. She needs to win 12 matches in a row to start this year to be crowned Australian Open champion. She's on a 9-match win streak. We saw her start things off by beating Claire Liu in the Auckland as she was defending her title. Brenda Favertova, who she gave a bagel to. She took out Vivara in two. She took out Emma Navarro in two. She took out Svitolina. That's the only set Coco has dropped this year. She went three sets with Elena Svitolina. She took out Ann Karolina Smidlova the first round of the Australian Open. She gave her a bagel. She took out Dolehide in straight sets. Alicia Parks in straight sets, giving her a bagel. And last time out, we saw her take out Magdalena Fresh in straight sets. Now, coming into this matchup here, Marta has an average strength of schedule ranking of 92. Coco has an average strength of schedule ranking of 65. Now, Marta is, I say it all the time, she's a very powerful player. She starts off very fast. She's aggressive. And if you follow the channel, I've given breakdowns on every player by now. My breakdown with Marta has been the same consistently. She's very aggressive. She's very powerful. She starts fast. I think she plays her best tennis coming forward vertically towards the net. She can put away balls, and I think her best game is mid-range. I've said in the past, I think she gets into trouble trying to baseline, and when she's stuck behind the baseline, I don't think her shot-making ability is that great. I think she makes up for what she lacks in shot making ability with her power and how aggressive she plays. She can get points and use her athletic ability to score. Now, Marta, she's been broken a lot of times in this Australian Open. She's averaging, with the exception of last match. I just thought Timo Fima was a bit tired, but Marta is averaging 10. She's giving opponents 10 opportunities to break her per match. That's what she's averaging. That's a lot of break points she's giving opponents. And Timo Fima had several that match was a lot closer than the score if you watched it. So Timo Fima had several opportunities to break Marta Kostyuk. Now, Coco, on the other hand, Coco has not given up a break point in her last two matches. The big matches where opponents had opportunities to break her came in her first couple matches against Ann Karolina, which she said she was a little nervous, and Dolehide facing another American. Americans are very skilled tennis players. We have the best coaches over here. And so Coco, overall, she hasn't given up a break point her last two matches against very tough opponents. Alicia Parks, very powerful, comparable power to Marta. Alicia's probably a lot, well, I mean, not probably, she is a lot stronger than Marta. So that's something to consider here. And just as athletic as Marta. So overall, Coco's averaging only 3 break point opportunities where opponents have the opportunity to break her, with 0 coming in the last 2 matches. Now, in terms of statistics, last time out, Marta, she got 64% of her first serves in play. She won 72% of them, and she won 68% of her second serves. Coco got 61% of her first serves in play. She won 78% of her first serves and 71% of her second serves. Now, this is the type of matchup here where my pick is going to be for the first set to go under 9.5 games. Now, here's the key with this matchup. I think Marta will have success if she can play her strengths. If she can play to her advantages that I've seen from watching her, and that's win points mid-court. The problem with that is I think Coco's going to have opportunities to hit passing shots, and Coco's coming forward a lot. What Coco is doing is she's pinning. She hasn't had opponents haven't had the opportunity to break her because she hasn't been in danger, right? Because she's pinning opponents so deep behind the baseline that literally if they're returning shots, Coco's coming forward and she's putting them away. She's playing like Venus Williams in her prime, which is freaking scary because she's winning easy points. Marta's winning points, but they're not that beautifully constructed. It's literally she's finding herself using her athletic ability to put away short balls. That's really what it is. If Marta gets into a baseline in competition with Coco, she's not going to win because she doesn't have that kind of range, right? I think Marta plays her best inside the baseline, while Coco plays her best inside the baseline or stretching opponents behind the baseline. Coco's got the better all-around game. She's got the better serve. She's got the better backhand. Opponents will say, well, does Marta have the better forehand? This is what I think about that. Coco's forehand before this season, towards the end of last season, even the New York run, she was using it as a defense tool, right? This is how she got down in sets to like Elise Mertens and Laura Sigmund, because she started to get sloppy with the forehand, attacking more. And then she got conservative with the forehand, and then she just used it to return balls, keep them in play, and set up her backhand. The difference this year with the forehand is she's taking opponents cross court a lot with the forehand, attacking their backhand. So they're returning into her strength, and now she's putting away backhands, pinning them deep. They're returning, she's coming forward and getting easy points. This is a match here where I think Coco is going to win. I do. So the pick is Coco to win. I like the first set to go under 9.5 as well. Those are the two picks. Marta, however, though, will be the toughest opponent she's faced because Marta's very strong and athletic and powerful. I've said in the past that I do think Marta focuses a little too much on strength and conditioning. And at some point, as an athlete, you can train as much as you want in the gym, but you have to get on the court and play and practice. That's where you're going to get your skills from, right? And I mean, you look at someone like Coco, Coco's tiny, but she's put up a lot of the strongest and fastest serves on record at some of these tournaments. If she's not number one, she's, third or fourth or fifth. She's not as muscular in tone. Well, actually, now she is. If you take a look at Marta, Marta's lost, and this is where I see Marta is not spending so much time in the gym anymore. She's spending more time on the court. Marta is down about 10 pounds. Take a look at her year over year. She was jacked up and ripped. Now Coco is ripped and jacked up. So I do think Coco is going to have the strength advantage. Marta looks very thin, and she almost looks a little bit weak. She said she wanted to get that last match over with so she can rest, because she's dropped sets. So having a day to recover, I think she'll be fine, but she's been in some tough battles. And I don't like the fact that she gave Claire Liu 10 breakpoint opportunities, Elise Mertens 14 breakpoint opportunities, Alina Evanesian 14 breakpoint opportunities, and even Timofima, I think, had at least 3 or 4. Coco hasn't had a single breakpoint opportunity her last 2 matches. So that kind of tells you how each opponent is playing coming into this match. So I like the first set under 9.5, and I like Coco to win it. I just think Coco's deep ball is going to be the difference here. If you can be as athletic as you want, but if you don't have the opportunity to use it, you're going to be in trouble. It's like, if you're playing basketball and a team is just full court pressing you from the start and you can't even get the ball over the court comfortably, or they're trapping you, it's going to take away your athletic ability. That's what Coco's backhand deep ball is doing to opponents. It's just keeping them so far back. They're on the defensive. They're on the back foot. They're not a threat. That's why Coco hasn't been pressured her last 2 matches. What she did to Alicia Parks should give you an idea of what she'll probably do to Marta Kostyuk. So I like Coco to win this match. And this match, short and sweet. I think Barbora has the skills to beat Sabalenka. She's going to have to go deep to the corners, make Sabalenka return uncomfortably. But I just think, I say it all the time, Sabalenka scares me, right? Her power, I have to take Sabalenka to win this match. I would love to see Barbora win. I think it'll be an easier matchup for Coco to get to the championship. But I think Sabalenka wins and we get a rematch of the U.S. Open final. Tennis in a minute. Like the video, show some love. We'll be back, guys. Enjoy.